today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll go again with Jeanty. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The Raiders had 3 and 8 on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Looking to throw McCarthy. McKinnon here, it's complete. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. You talk about this Lions defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. That's caught. It's Dante Thornton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender. And that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Now it's Herbert. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
In motion, the tight end. And now the ball's out. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyler Warren, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
To the air with McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Now McCarthy. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Let's go now. 60 Maverick. 60. Viking 18. Go.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. Battled by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes the catch. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And down he goes. Brought down the Raiders sack. Jermaine Johnson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Herbert. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. Taking it about the 36. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Got it. Ready?
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers. But the only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
1st down, Detroit.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Dante Thornton, 34 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard
Looking to put a drive together. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And out across midfield, down to the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and 10.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Ready up. Check. Hurt. Let's go. 7, go.
On first down, it's Jeanty. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal.
McCarthy operating from the gun. That's complete. It's Ashton Jeanty. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Shot.
A run straight ahead with Jeanty. And he's got it down to the 28.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
Once again, it's Jeanty. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
From the gun on 3rd down, McCarthy. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14.
Michael Dixon set to
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. I feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Ready, go.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First down, Lions.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Herbert now. And the Raiders have got him. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw here, Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Here's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's now 4th down.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they take a 17-14 lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he goes out right around the 39. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. In motion goes the tight end. Play action. It's Herbert. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Herbert. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Check go.
Up the middle. It's Genty. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Viking 18.
Right back to Genty on first down. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Yeah, making those linemen work with a couple of blocks. They look good doing it there.
Hawk 70. Go.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here's McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, and a Lion first down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Downfield and caught by Thornton. Touchdown, Detroit. Dante Thornton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Raiders 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
19 Tigers.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
70 line, Mustang 19.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. Jeanty out of the backfield. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 15. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
A run out of the gun with Jeanty. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Back to throw. McCarthy. Oh, the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th.
Waste of time for this. What is this?
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. McCarthy. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Going for it, here's McCarthy. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you've got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 45.
So after two first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45. Here's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Detroit.
Now they'll run on the draw. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with two remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a second and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a two-score game. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been two scores. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Ready? 70 Lions.
Now McCarthy. And this one's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
To the air with McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Play it, play it, play it, play it, play it, play it.
Sticking with the pass. Here's McCarthy. Touchdown Raiders. A great effort there with his touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here on the fourth. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Touchdown, Detroit! Dante Thornton, 70 yards. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Raiders 24.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here we go. Pat the 60. Pat the 60.
Throwing is McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
On third down, here's Genty. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. Get him, you got him. Go.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another 150 left in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Kappa.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Oh, good move. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 19-18.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Completes it to Coleman.
McCarthy's pass completed to Keon Coleman. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
Here we go. 19-72. X up.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll go. Here's Genty. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
The Raider 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Panther 60.
Back to throw. McCarthy. And this one too low.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Set. Warriors set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Go.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A big play here. 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Let's get it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Lions come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second